Hey guys, welcome back to another Commander Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary, and we're continuing on with the tournament, which was from July 16th. Was it 16th? Yes, it was from July 16th, 2017. Of course, you've already seen the game I uploaded previously with One Vision versus Dimitri from the winners bracket. Well, this game is also from the winners bracket. This is technically like the finals in the winners bracket, but it's not the grand finals, so the loser here still drops into the loser bracket. Of course, One Vision was defeated by Technique 2-0. Didn't bother to cast that because it was over before it even started. Masterleaf's coming through the brackets as well, defeating a few people, including Unleashed, UA, barely, of course, because those guys are pretty tight. But this here is a best of 5. So yeah, this one here is actually going to go a little bit longer, assuming they go to 5 games, of course. So because it could be long, we're going to jump in here on this map. So it is going to be Het Platland, if I pronounce that one correctly. And on the right-hand side, playing as the black hand, it's going to be Technical, aka Technique. He's not black hand. He's not. He's Vanilla Nod. So there you go. This map, they have to play on this map because it is the first map in the series. It was already pre-selected. That means Masterleaf here. It's Masterleaf, not Masterleaf. Oh my god. I think he'll get his own language right. But he's actually going for his engineers because you have 2 spike. You should know this. Damage spike there. Another spike in the top left-hand side. And a dude in a Viceroid running around on a desert island. That's always interesting. A lot of the top area of the map doesn't really get used that much in this one here. I mean, it is a flanking route, but it's a hell of a long one. This map, pretty big and open and flat. It's very long as well. Like, it's super long. Like, it's amazingly long, and it's very difficult. Like, you've actually got 4 fields, which is again an unusual layout. There's no blue tip field, of course. It's very easy to get to your expansion here, then here, but once you're here, to get to the expansion down here is pretty tricky because of this kind of water here. You have to either go really far forward and around this area, which is super dangerous, or you have to actually go back, and this terrain here is nightmare mode. This terrain here, you cannot deploy on any of it because it's all rocky as hell. You can see how rocky it is. There is no deploying happening on any of that area. Even out here, all the way, you have to go way back here, and if we zoom out, that's like right where your base is, so you can't deploy anywhere on there. Masterleaf's going to be liking this because he can obviously use the mounds to block line of sight to kill these militant squads, which he will be doing so. He will lose a buzzer. He gets another buzzer swarm. Gets 2 squads before he goes down, but that's got to be alarm bells because he's got a lot of militant squads here. What's he doing? Where's the flame tank? Where is it? No, it's nowhere. Alright, so he doesn't have a flame tank. So Masterleaf is now like, oh my god, there's a flame tank. Is this a Seeker tank? No, it's not. He didn't take the bait. He did not take the bait. And Masterleaf, I've been talking to him recently as well. He's one of those players who you usually consider, you know, one of the better players in the world, but he has his moments where he just completely falls to pieces. I think it's more of a psychological thing for Masterleaf. Same like players like Stephen Donald Nashington, one of the best in the game, but he gets frightened like a child. And that's happened multiple times in tournaments where he's the way better player, but he gets scared. And then he just he doesn't go ahead. Dutch has exhibited that in the past as well. Games where he's basically had the game won, and then he's just too afraid to go and commit to that finishing blow. But these players will be shaking their fists at me and say, "Oh, Green Zero, the hell are you talking about?" But hey, I've been here since the beginning. I've seen everything. I've seen everything. No one's seen as much as I've seen. So when I say stuff like this, you know, it's got 10 years of experience behind it. So if you got better than that, which you don't, because only Technique and Unleash do, and those guys there, pretty Unleash, of course, it's crazy, and Technique is pretty much, I've only played Nods, so I'm not sure how the other factions are actually balanced, which is something I found as well, just while this game gets warmed up, of course, that until I started playing the other factions competitively, which was like a few years into the game, it wasn't until I realised how these factions actually played and I got better because I knew how to exploit the fact their weaknesses, and I understood how difficult certain strategies were to pull off, and it helped me understand balance as well. Balance changes which I was for, all of a sudden I realised, like, hang on a second, this balance change would not be preferable because it would just be too overpowered. So yeah, you really have to play the other factions very thoroughly, like for years, before you can get a total understanding of the game itself, as well as your own faction. The fact that I play GDI, like no one, like even these Blackhand players, they don't like playing my GDI because they know that my #1 professional opponent is other Blackhands, so my strategies are super anti-Blackhand. I've got ridiculously good at them. Everyone, of course, remembers the Hammerhead meta that I brought back into the game. Oh my god, Hammerheads are so good versus Blackhand. It's just like, and when you get them out, like the Black Hand player's like, oh man, I just can't deal with this. They're so good, you just obviously can't like throw them away. Bike Buggy coming over here as well. They will spot this Seeker Tank. Now Masterleaf, I didn't actually comment on his build. He did go for a fast nerve center. I'm not sure why. I mean, he's kind of teched kind of awkwardly. I think maybe this was here because he was going to try to go cultist till he realized there was no flame tank coming. Did it set him back a bit? Maybe a little bit. I mean, Technique has 2 ref. Masterleaf does have a single ref, which is okay. He's actually got 2 Wolf, actually, a big bunch of Seeker Tanks here, and he does have MKIIs. Not enough to be super scary at first. He's going to spot the Bike Buggy with the Seeker Tank. This is fine. You can always expend a Seeker Tank just to get eyes on the map as well. It's always very nice. These 3 mechas now growing in length. 4th mecha coming behind it as well. 5th mecha also on the way. 6th mecha there, and I'd honestly wait for all these 6 mechas to bulk up before you engage, because engaging with not enough mechas results in you losing mechas, and you don't want to lose mechas straight away. You want to keep them alive. Oh my god, he's actually running headlong into these guys here. Masterleaf, what are you doing? Oh my god, 1 mecha down straight away. 1 mecha is down. That's exactly what you don't want to have happen. But to be honest, he actually got out of there pretty well. I mean, he got a bit lucky as well, only to lose 1 mecha. Having said that, Technique didn't exactly lose a lot of bikes either, and now he will be doing this pullback here and making him chase him, and this is what you want to do. You want him to chase you. That storm column was just supposed to draw fire. Well, he actually phased all of his Seeker Tanks. What the hell? Okay, this is some super advanced crazy meta Leaf gameplay here, where he thinks he's invented new meta. The Seeker Tanks, of course, will reveal stealth, but that doesn't actually help them do much. They're actually drawing a lot of fire. That Seeker Tank destroyed. The phase is actually worn off now. Masterleaf putting the pressure on. Of course, he did waste his temporal, which is really bad. Maybe if you put it onto this area now, it would have been fantastic. The repair drones are here, though, and the repair drones will repair a lot faster than what the war factories will. And there's a lot of them as well. There's quite a few of them. It's actually even shooting at them. I think he actually force-fired the ground there, which was not good. If all the Seeker Tanks go down, he won't be able to target the harvesters, but I think Masterleaf is just looking to thin the Bike Buggy numbers out. He's actually doing a pretty damn good job of this. Obelisk will come down. This should secure the field for him, but to be honest, Masterleaf will have map control regardless. There's a lot of MKIIs here, and the Bike Buggy, no Tib Core either. These mechas are in pretty high numbers now. These mechas are going to get super scary, and he's going to force more obelisks to come down as well. He will snipe that one. I think he'll get it. Yes, he will get it, but his Bike Buggy now is so heavily diminished, and a lot of Bike Buggy going down there. He does get another MKII, but to be honest, the amount of bikes going down now is reaching critical stages. Is there any counterattack? No, there's not. Masterleaf, he's actually reorganizing his economy now, and he's moving to the 3rd base here, but he does have very good map control. Technique now, his Bike Buggy has been pretty much reset. He's still got a small chunk of it here, but it's not going to be enough to kind of contest with these mechas. I keep forgetting he's not Black Hand, so he has actually got a Mind Strike to his name. And he will take another MKII down, but he will lose a fair chunk of Bike Buggy. Oh, he gets another one. There we go. So Masterleaf now down just to 4 MKIIs. He's getting whittled down and actually targets the drums by the Tiberian Spike, maybe hoping the splash would damage the mechas. I'm not sure if it actually even does anything, to be honest. Trying to take his base out. He can't deploy on this area here. Tibcore is done. Another MKII will go. Oh, he got a heroic bike. Did he get? He got a heroic. He's actually going to try to go in for it. No, not quite. That's suicide. Losing another one. On Masterleaf now getting picked apart. He's getting picked apart. He well overstayed his welcome here. Once he was down to 4 mechas, I would not have tried to poke in there. And with Tibcore done, now Masterleaf has been diminished somewhat. Does he have a ref down? No, he does. Oh, that's a really funky shadow. He does not have a refinery down. He doesn't even have one queued yet, which is a bit of an issue. I mean, he's got, he doesn't really have a lot at his disposal. He's just got these 2 MKIIs. He was not macroing very well at all at home, I don't believe. Having said that, let's call him Unleashed. Technique also running a bit dry here. He's got more Seeker Tanks, and both those mechas are destroyed, but he has Shard Law. He actually upgraded Shards, and these bikes will be obliterated. The Heroic Bike must have been destroyed in that engagement. These Shards on these Seeker Tanks will completely tear Bike Buggy to pieces. Of course, no shields, which is a bit of a bummer for Travel 59. That Black Hand Squad just absorbed everything there. And now he's actually going to push an attack again, and he actually snipes that one bike down there, and he will be moving in. Repair drones are coming in. This is going to be really dangerous here for Technique, because the repair drones on these Seeker Tanks, he's going to be able to start destroying or at least camping these war factories. An Obelisk will actually drop. No doubt an Obelisk will drop. He's actually not attacking anything here. What's he doing? He's actually getting shot at. Yeah, that's not good at all. He will be shooting at this Obelisk. Can he destroy that? There's actually a tripod over here. He's going to move away from his repair drones, and he's going to go towards the tripod, which is now camping this area out here. He should be able to destroy these things. The tripod's going to be really good against the bikes. He'll be able to just about one-shot those guys with his 3 triple cannons here. The minefield is there, doesn't want to walk into it. Rear armor now on that Annihilator tripod, taking a bit of damage. Oh, quite a lot of damage. He might have to teleport that away if he's got it. He does not have a teleport though. More bikes being traded out, and he will try to go and kill more of these bikes before he loses that Seeker tank. No, it will go down, unfortunately. Masterleaf just streaming in a few units now. Will he go for... He will actually go for that bike. Was that the elite bike? Yes, no, he did. He destroys the elite bike. And there we go. Buzzer Swarm comes in. Not going to have that. What I would have done is wait until he actually built the engineer and then sniped it as well. But looks like Technique not actually realizing this. It's still going to queue an engineer. Doesn't actually have any money. That harvester is now stuck. Yeah, there you go. Sells it off now. Battle marker over here. No, it's just a Nod squad chilling over here. Still forgetting that he's not Black Hand. He is going to be vanilla Nod and losing more bikes again. To be honest, Masterleaf can probably trade these Seekers. The Seekers are only an extra $100 more. Oh, actually, they're $800, aren't they? So they're $200 more than a bike. So you kill a bike and you slightly damage another one. You paid for yourself, and these Seeker tanks are taking several bikes down each. So Masterleaf being much more cost effective, and he's definitely ahead now. He's got double war factory, sorry, not double war factory, double refinery, and just continuing to build Seeker tanks. And he's going to go for another attack. He's actually got this harvester. That obelisk shot is wasted on the buzzers. He will move forward. He's actually just going to attack the obelisk here. And you know what I think? I don't think he's actually going to be able to get it. No, he's got a little bit too much health for him. He's going to try to target bikes. I believe Mind Strike goes down in his own field. The bikes here now. And again, he's keeping the bike numbers low. He's keeping the bike numbers very low indeed. That last Seeker tank will be destroyed. Technique not able to spam out these bikes as he wanted. Battle marker over here. There's still that Black Hand squad just taking a swing at these Seeker tanks. Nothing but Seeker tanks coming out, and he will snipe another harvester again. Technique, I just can't help but feel that these bike buggy again are not as cost effective as the Seeker tanks. The Seeker tanks damage, or their direct damage, they can actually hit these bikes. There's almost nothing they can do. They can't really kite them as well. The shard is so powerful. Now look at that. We'll be just destroying these bikes one at a time. And I mean, he can actually afford to lose some bikes. He's actually losing a few of them now. He's shooting at the mines. He shouldn't be shooting at the mines. And he does get a few more bikes before he will lose these ones. Alright, Masterleaf still just streaming in. Oh, here comes the Prodigy. Here comes the Prodigy, and he's probably going to try to go for the MCV. Teleport will be coming in, no worries. And this is something that's really deadly, which Masterleaf likes to do a lot. He's going to try to teleport. Here comes a teleport, and he's going to have to pack up the MCV. He does pack up the MCV, but he's probably going to area mind control it, and he takes the refinery as well. Oh my god, that's devastating. He sells it off. That has crippled Technique. He even took a harvester out of the refinery, and the Prodigy will even get away. A few more Seeker tanks just being fed. He should really stop doing that right now. That's not good at all. Disintegrators, fast leg disintegrators coming out now. He has got advanced articulators. First time I've seen this in the fight. And running straight into those disintegrators, not the best idea. We'll be able to pick up a few of these tanks. Sorry, a few of these bikes. Oh man, I don't know what happened to my voice then. Had to grab a quick drink, but Venom's coming out. Venom's not going to be able to do too much anyway, because again, there's going to be a million Seeker tanks coming out. And with shards, they'll just about do a lot of damage. That Prodigy taking some unnecessary damage. Actually going to be coming back now. I think the Venom is obviously there for the Prodigy. But Technique is running out of options. He's not even refining at this refinery over here. So I think Masterleaf should be able to close it out. He is at the expansion as well. He's got his fourth down. And he should be looking pretty good right now. Tripod is here. Second tripod comes out. He needs to grab the Venom. He's going to have to grab the Venom. He does grab the Venom just in time. Oh no, he loses. He loses it to the Flame Squad there. That was really unfortunate. Masterleaf here. Again, destroying a lot of bikes. A lot of bikes that will be being destroyed. But he's still managing to put these tripods down. I must admit that Masterleaf could have at least taken just a few more moments just to mass more of these units here. That one Venom doing a lot of damage, of course. He might just get the Prodigy back out here to teleport some assimilators in, I reckon, because it might be worth actually taking those. These tripods here, of course, they can't see the harvesters here. Again, Masterleaf just really pushing in before he really has enough, I think. Again, just expending these forces. He's being really aggressive, isn't he? He's being incredibly aggressive. Almost gets the crush off on that harvester. Does not quite get the tripod either. And Technique is in a lot of trouble. He's just really pushing in a lot of his units. That will go down. But is the Prodigy going to come and grab those? Not 100% sure. More tripods now rallying over here again. They don't have shields because he is Travel 59. But Technique is really smack bang out of units. They're just going to start attacking the refinery, saying, hey, you know what? We're going to get you off this base. And here we go, more tripods coming in. I think that might finally be the end of it for Technique, because Masterleaf's got a 4th base, and if you got a 4th base and you didn't have a 3rd on this map, that's going to be see you later. So wow, Masterleaf actually takes a 1-0 lead in this series, best of 5. Great start for Masterleaf. So that's something. I mean, he's been performing okay in this tournament so far. A few 2-1 victories here, which he's not going to be too impressed about. But again, the reason why he won, just same like the Vision Game economic powerhouse, his economy was just way too far ahead of Technique's in this series. So if we have a look at the stats, 159,000 to 114,000. So there you go. He got like $45,000 more than what Technique did in a 14.5 minute game. That's definitely a nice advantage. You can see the kill death ratio pretty tight. Technique, of course, not going for infantry. But yeah, couldn't get his bite buggy spam. I mean, he got his bite buggy spam out, but then Masterleaf managed to wear it down, and then he kept it down, and Technique could never mass. So I was a bit questionable about the pushing all the units in from Masterleaf, but it tends to have paid off here. But that's going to be a 1-0 lead for Masterleaf. Game number 2 coming up in the series right now. Hey guys, welcome back to game number 2 in the series between Technique and Masterleaf 5. That's right, Masterleaf, that's how he says his name. It's Masterleaf. We're on 6 City, which again is one of the newer maps, and surprisingly not a bike buggy favoured map. It's actually a bit close in, and it's got this area in the middle, of course. But we're going to go to the top left-hand side, playing as Blackhand. It's not Masterleaf, it's Technique. Technique is playing as the Blackhand on the top left-hand side, and Masterleaf has also decided, you know what? Screw Trav, let's play Blackhand as well. I don't like this as well, because Masterleaf has this continuous belief that he's like the greatest Blackhand player in the world, and then the next week he'll be the greatest GDI player in the world. And I'm like, no, you're a Scrin player. You've always done your best work with Scrin. You always played the best as Scrin. That is your faction. He keeps trying to differentiate to these other factions, and it costs him. He loses a lot of games this way here. I mean, maybe if he wants to spend more time practicing with these factions, but to be honest, from what I've seen throughout history, and from what I see even now, Masterleaf he's a professional Scrin player. He is a Scrin player. That's his faction. You know, he's just good at that faction. And I'm not sure why he doesn't play as often. We all know that he rewrote the book on Traveller versus Blackhand. Blackhand used to be seen as just broken as hell versus Traveller. Traveller would just get wiped every single time. And then Masterleaf turned around and said, hang on a second, actually Traveller are a really hard counter to Blackhand. And now everyone's like, hang on a second, yeah, they actually can do a ton of damage to Blackhand. So now I've got one of these situations where Blackhand and Traveller are now both seen as the most powerful 1v1 factions. But in reality, you know, Blackhand's good at rushing, and that's just about it. Traveller, of course, good at rushing and surviving into a mid-late game series. Their late game situation isn't as good as it could be because they don't have as much armor. But Masterleaf is going for bikes. We'll concentrate on this game and stop tangenting off like I seem to do sometimes. Technique, he did have some bikes, and he's going to have to pull them back to base. Well, not even firing. Okay, there we go. So apparently Leaf doesn't want to fire on those units here. And we'll lose one bike, but the other bikes will escape. 4 bikes here from Technique now, moving down the middle of the map to the expansion. They will be moving around, firing at that garrison. Well, he will fire at them. Is he going to try to cut off Masterleaf's bikes? Masterleaf's bikes are actually coming around. Yeah, trying to draft the Cabals. He's going to run straight into them. Oh my god, he's going to lose another bike here. That's unfortunate. The other bike, not actually there because it was on heavy damage mode, was slower than the other one, so he's going to have to turn around and go back. And Technique's like, yep, cool, I killed 2 bikes. You built bikes, so I don't have to throw mine away. We'll be moving around trying to find where Masterleaf is leaving that last bike. But no, Masterleaf does do a 180 and he's going back to base, so Technique not going to be able to get that. A few more bikes coming out though, and to be honest, Masterleaf, yeah, I'd want all your bikes to be together. Loses another bike. Technique still yet to lose a single bike, actually getting a veteran one there in the process. We'll go back to base to get some repairs. These Cabals will continue to face off. Oh, look at that range. That's insane, isn't it? Second War Factory comes down now from Technique. Did he sell his MCV? Yes, he did. He's 2 War Factory. All in. Masterleaf is in so much trouble. Masterleaf's done the same thing, but with Scorpion tanks. He sold his MCV. He's like, you know what? You're going to build bike buggy? I'm going to build Scorpion tanks. And to be honest, I like the Scorpion choice, considering that Technique hasn't had time to mass yet. He's got a fair chunk of bikes, and he's not building buggies either. There we go. Buggies coming out now. Yeah, double buggy production. Yeah, Masterleaf just has to be careful not to throw away some of his Scorps, and that power plant is in a really dangerous position. Oh my god, they all clustered up. They all clustered up. 3 tanks took damage there. That was terrible. 2 tanks going down though. 2 tanks going down. He will get a 3rd tank. A lot of bikes will go down, but not necessary. Masterleaf could have done that with maybe 1 tank loss, but instead when he reverse moved all of them, 3 of them lined up across each other, and he got a lot of bang for his buck there. Couple of units, of course, going down. The units on the top right-hand side, wherever the engineer is, he could sneak this spike, definitely for sure. I think Technique might be trying the same thing. He's got his units over there. I'm not sure where the engineer did go or did end up. Maybe he lost it. If we put the health bars on, this might help us locate it a little bit more. No, I can't see where it is. I think he may have actually just straight out lost that. So unfortunately, he doesn't have his anymore. Again, not 100% sure, but Masterleaf is going to lose his as well. Technique actually destroying the bridge to prevent any type of flanking route coming down there, but I don't think I think it actually benefits Masterleaf because he's going for tanks. He does not have speed on his side. He's like, yeah, cool, I'm going for tanks. I just want to go down the guts, and when he cut off one of his attack paths, that's fine by him. Masterleaf does have the advantage here in tanks. Will snipe one straight away. He's got his own bikes as well. They're at the front. Bikes have more DPS, but tanks, of course, do have the extra armor here now, and this fight is going to be pretty intense. It's going to come down to the micro. Who can micro a little bit better here? Masterleaf's forces being somewhat diminished. The repair tools on the war factories and the instant reinforcements, of course, helping Technique to slowly turn the tide of this battle. Masterleaf realizes now he needs to leave. He's probably stayed there a little bit too long, and he will be defeated. He's going to return to base now with just 2 tanks remaining, but it's not over just yet. He's got a big bunch of bikes. To be honest, I'll probably go for some Scorpion tanks now. Send the bikes around the left-hand side to flank. He doesn't have that spike under his control. Again, both sides must have lost their engineer. Look at that Technique actually taking blue Tiberium off that field with the bridge destroyed. That actually helps him quite a bit. This is pretty smart as well. He's got 4 harvesters there. Now with that blue tip, that's really going to boost him. He finds a few tanks. They will overlap. He will get a kill there. But I'm not sure if... no, he actually destroys that bridge as well. So now Masterleaf has no access to the Tiberium. And with no engineers, there's no way to repair the bridges, because you can repair these ones by putting an engineer into the gatehouse. But basically... yeah, with no barracks, he's not going to be able to do that. So now Technique has just sealed off the blue tib supply from Masterleaf. He can't get to it, whereas his is now protected by the fact that this one has now been destroyed. So actually using the bridges to his advantage, you don't see that too often in maps where there are destructible bridges. They're mainly just there for show, or they're just in a situation where you never actually use them. But in this situation here, Masterleaf, of course, does not have the bigger force. The blue Tiberium that Technique has been allowed to capture now is resulting in quite a large force here. And they both have a mixture of bikes and buggies. There's going to be a big engagement. I think it's going to be at Masterleaf's base. What's this over here? Harvesters now being destroyed. They are out in the open. He's like, yep, cool, I'm going to take these from you. No worries. Masterleaf does respond way too late. He was out of position. Here comes the engagement, I think. Here it comes, and Masterleaf is not in a good position here. Just streaming his forces up on the right-hand side here, and Technique is, yeah, completely ate him for breakfast. The start of that engagement went so bad that he just tapped out almost immediately. But, yeah. Technique, I mean, I don't know why Masterleaf would fight Technique in a black hand mirror. Technique is just going to have a stupidly large advantage in that situation, especially since, yeah, Masterleaf should just play Traveller or Scrin Vanilla. That's his faction, and it's in a tournament. You really want to play his strongest faction, 41,000 to 47,000 or 46,900. So at about $5,000 difference in the end, but 7-minute game. Everything counts, you know, extra $5,000. That's like extra five and almost 6 tanks. So it definitely was nice for Technique to have that advantage, but yeah, at the end of the day, kill death ratio says it all, and the money not terribly important, but of course kill death ratio in this situation for such a short game, very important there. Masterleaf probably lost out that engagement at Technique's base, which snowballed into him losing the next one, especially with the bad positioning. But anyway, it's 1-1 now, best of 5. Game 3 is coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 3 in this best of 5 series. We are 1 apiece in the winner's bracket, of course. The loser will drop into the loser bracket, and the winner will go to the grand final. And by the way, the grand final is not double elimination, so whoever wins this series, Technique or Masterleaf, they'll go to the grand final, but they'll start the series with a 1-game advantage. So it'll be a best of 7, and they'll have a 1-game advantage. Probably should have made that clear, but if I cast the grand finals, I will make it clear then. But yeah, both these guys, the pressure is obviously not fully intense, but if they go into the losers bracket, players like Maze, Unleashed UA, and One Vision are waiting for them, so they don't really want to have to go and play those guys. But it's going to be Black Hand versus Traveller 59. That's right, Masterleaf. You better run back to Traveller. And I'm much more excited to see Masterleaf play Traveller than I am to see him play Black Hand. Technique is on the right-hand side of tournament decision here. So Masterleaf's map choice, of course. Bottom left-hand side, Masterleaf now. Will he be going for advanced articulators? No, he will be going for a refinery. He's deciding not to invest in that advanced articulator attack, probably because he's maybe worried maybe there's going to be a flame rush. He was building quite a number of buzzers there. 1, 2, 3 squads there. 3 squads heading for the top north position. They may be able to overwhelm this, or they definitely will be able to overwhelm one squad, and they very much might be able to overwhelm the second squad as well. Look at this. He's going to the left-hand side as well. He's going to try to cut around, and Technique will be in trouble. He's probably not going to get to his spike in time. Oh, actually, Masterleaf needs to beeline it. He's going to beeline now, and Technique is going to run for that spike. He's going to be able to completely kill the squad. The squad is history. He will get the squad. He needs to move on through, but Technique is too quick. He's going to grab the spike. Only seconds to spare before the death buzz get them. Buzz, buzz, buzz. So if you click on them too many times, they actually make a buzz. They go rah, 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 like that, or something like that. It's like a buzz, buzz, buzz. But I'm not very good at it. But that's something that they will do. I think it's if you spam force attack or something like that. If you use the control key, whatever yours is set to. But sending all 3 buzzers. Actually, there's 4 buzzers there. Wow. Did I not even see that? Sending them all in a group there. Technique could have just put a shredder turret and killed them all. That's not really characteristic of Masterleaf, but he will be moving through this area. Masterleaf was able to secure both of his spikes, and he knows about this flame rush 10 million years in advance, so he should be able to do something about that. Seeker tanks, I'd imagine, would be the preferred choice, the most common choice to counter such an attack. First flame tank will be making its way to the south location. Of course, Technique knows he's been scouted, so he's probably just going to go for the spikes because it's something that's readily available for him to attack and destroy. He's going for another operation center, so there's going to be a reckoner, and he's actually stalling out here. He should actually just pause the construction of the he should get the he should get the reckoner out. Then he can sell the other operation center, but he did it a bit wrong, which results in his reckoner coming out a bit too slowly here. So yeah, you want to get the reckoner out so you can sell the operation center to get yourself more money to put the other operation center down. Because it doesn't matter if you have to wait another second or two, you get the reckoner out faster. He's going to move over here. Masterleaf not actually giving chase. He's not giving chase. He knows there's a flame tank in the bottom here. Maybe he did not realize that was the first one there. He's going for advanced articulators. He's going to go for cultist. Oh no, the reckoner just actually gets straight through. The reckoner gets straight through. He's going to be able to destroy this one flame tank. But I don't think he realizes that reckoner is coming straight in. He's going for a Coulter squad. The Coulter squad's going to come out, and the Coulter squad should be able to get rid of this reckoner. So this is okay. This is going to be okay. The Coulter squad is out. He's actually going to go for... Oh, he's going to get advanced articulators. Oh my god! Oh, he gets the reckoner, but he cancels advanced articulators, which means the Coulter squad... Oh, there's a flame tank. The other flame tank is here. I'm not sure why Masterleaf hasn't rallied down there now. He can't build another Coulter squad because he doesn't have a stasis chamber. Oh my god! Oh no! He caked that. He could have stopped that easily. Oh man, the Seekers and stuff up the top could have come back like well in advance of that, and when he captured the reckoner, he could have just shown the Coulter squad and put the buzzer hive down, and then Technique would have de-garrisoned, and he could have just killed all the Black Hand squad with the buzzers, and then taken the taken the reckoner. Of course, the stasis chamber, maybe not put it right next to your war factory and your refinery, because it's a very low health structure, and he just flamed it down, and he cancelled advanced articulators, and of course you can't build any more cultists, so he's basically screwed at that point. Even with a kill death ratio of 4. Oh, Masterleaf, that game is over in 3 minutes and 23 seconds. And I can sit here and tell people, you can sit here and tell Leaf how he was supposed to do it, but in the heat of battle, he made those decisions. And unfortunately for such a seasoned player, that should have been pretty textbook, and he was unable to do it. And he definitely knows what happened in that game. But yeah, Technique takes a quick 2-1. Now Masterleaf has to win the next 2 games, but Technique is just 1 game away from making it into the grand final. Game number 4 coming up right now. Hey guys, welcome back to game number 4 in this series against Technique and Masterleaf. Technique is ahead 2-1. He just needs to finish it off here to get his spot in the grand final, whereas Masterleaf needs 2 in a row to stay in the winner's bracket, of course. If either player loses, they are still in the tournament because it's double elimination. We're on Atacama Road here. This is the new map, and I don't believe I've ever casted on this map before. I've actually played a ton on it recently, and I really like it so far. So far, I haven't seen any imbalances or anything like that. It seems to be pretty well designed as well, and it looks I believe it's a technique map, but it looks actually pretty decent as well. A lot of his maps look cut, copy, and paste, and like someone's crafted them out of paper or something. They're all edgy. But this one, even though it has elements of that, it's still pretty well done. A lot more realistic. But anyway, you have the you have a unique blue field. So basically, you've got this water cooler chamber thingy here as well. I'm not sure what exactly it's supposed to be, but it's got water there. The blue tip will grow on the edge here and here. There's actually what am I doing? There's actually a tib. You can see the blue vein under there, so that causes the tiberium to grow out onto this area, and the other one has one as well. There's a blue, and so the blue tip will grow out here. So you've actually got a blue tip field which is split that grows along the edges. And of course, on the bottom south side, Masterleaf Traveler 59, going for advanced articulators here. You have 2 spikes readily capturable on the right-hand side here. Pretty easy to defend that one. That one's a little bit more open, but still pretty easy to defend. Flanking route that comes down here. But we'll go over here. First expansion, very easy to take. It's right here. There is one flanking route that comes into the back of it. You can't get around there. That is sealed. So you can come in on this side here and then this side here. So you've got 2 chokes that go there. The middle cuts that whole area up. And then you've got the area moving out to the spikes and another base over here. But you don't really take that one. Like your natural is this one. And then you move on to this one over here. But I mean, I've seen some really awkward builds where some people will try to expand to this side field and things like that. But it's all mirrored on the other side. You guys will get the gist of it. Follow my thing around here on the radar, and the radar's very nice as well. It definitely shows up quite nice. Flame Rush is coming down, of course. Does Technique know about this? No, he does not. He does not know about the disintegrators. He's got no idea. And as long as Masterleaf, look at that, he actually scouted this area over here. And he's got no radar. He's got no radar, which means, because he's got his MCV packed up, which means he's not going to be able to see this. Does he see it? I'm not 100% sure. It would show enemy unit side. Yeah, he realizes it's there now, and he's going to go forward. This squad here will be destroyed relatively quickly, but the Reckoner is going to his base. Does he have anything to counter that? No, he doesn't have anything. He's just trying to eco. He should realize at this point in time that perhaps there's something wrong with this situation here. Moving the harvest this way. There's actually 3 harvesters there, and I don't think is he going to get one? He should be able to get one. Oh my god, that splash damage was real. The splash damage is real. He saves his harvester. Now he's got a Reckoner. He knows about the Reckoner. The Seeker Tank is coming out. He should be able to get a second one out as well. He should be able to put some damage on this one before it gets into the area here. Every piece of damage really counts now. He's trying to block it. Oh, he might actually get the force deploy before it gets close enough. No, Technique does actually auto-deploy right there. That's too close to put a portal. He might just have to start rebuilding. No, he's going to go for the portal save right now. He only has 1 Blackhand squad. This is doable. This is doable. If he can actually destroy it. It's actually blowing Tiberium up as well. There we go. The assimilator is out, and the assimilator gets to repair off. See you later. So Masterleaf, very nicely done with that hold, actually, and he will destroy most of the Blackhand squad with the buzzers. Unfortunately, he did, of course, lose all his disintegrators without getting a harvester. If he actually got a harvester, that would have really been great. This harvester not actually getting repaired. It could be doing so while it's waiting for that DAT ref placement. He obviously placed that down in a hurry. But you can see here the blue Tiberium starting to grow now on either side of the edge of this middle area here. The Seeker Tanks are actually moving out. They're going to find this Raider Buggy. Going to put some damage on it as well. But to be honest, yeah, I think he's just going to spam out some Raider Buggies. The Seeker Tanks aren't very good when it comes to gun damage. They will lose a lot to the gun damage. Will he get that Raider Buggy? No, he doesn't quite get the Raider Buggy. He sees the second War Factory. He knows he's up against 2 War Factory. Is it going to be an all-in? No power plant is coming here at the moment. But unfortunately, these Seeker Tanks, they're going to get cleaned up. Masterleaf's going to need every Seeker Tank that he can get to be able to withstand this, and he's pulling back the damaged Raider Buggy as well. So that's good, not losing any Raider Buggies, and it's all going to be very important when the all-in comes down here. The Flame unit actually did manage to work its way around to take out this spike. Cabal squad over there, double War Factories down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's he going for? He's going for a portal over here. I'm not 100% sure what he's going to be doing with that. Maybe going for disintegrator squads. Technique, did he sell? Did he sell? He has. He's sold up. He's sold up. He's 2 War Factory all in. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this harvester. Oh my god, he's given it a move order. It's sitting in the middle of the field. He's only on 3 harvesters. This is actually going to help Masterleaf right now. Due to mismanagement there from Technique, so he's not going to be impressed about that. He's probably going to be even least impressed that I pointed it out. but he will be able to kill one spike, and then he'll be able to make his way around to destroy the other one. Masterleaf losing precious economy right there, especially in an all-in situation. 3 portals, he's going for a lot of portals. Does Technique realize this? He's got a handful of bugs. He's going for blue Tiberium here. Still hasn't fixed that one harvester, which means he's down to basically 2 harvesters mining right now. The engineer will be coming down probably to capture the other spike. Not sure what Masterleaf's plan is to do right now. Oh my god, he sold his drone platform. He sold his drone platform. Is Technique going to be able to realize that this has happened? There's actually a lot of disintegrators here, and they're going to be able to do a lot of damage. There's a lot of disintegrators. He's like, holy crap, I've overstepped my boundary here. These bikes are now 100% useless in this engage. What is that? Something is destroying his units. Something just destroyed a lot of disintegrators, like he force-fired the buzzers or something. I'm not 100% sure what he did there. That was really weird. This harvester, oh my god, Masterleaf, and look at that, he's pulling back. Masterleaf does not see it. And look at the buggy spam come out now. The buggy spam is real. And those 2 buggies go straight, and he should just be able to destroy them. If Masterleaf focus fire, he might be able to destroy all the buggies, because he can basically pop them instantaneously, but he's not doing a very good job of it. And I think there's going to be a little bit too many buggies here. Yeah, they're just all over the place right now. And the disintegrators are getting chewed up. Yeah, they're going to be destroyed, unfortunately. Attacking into that was a bit cumbersome. Maybe Masterleaf should, instead of trying to defend his base, just use his attack to go around the left-hand side and destroy all the structures of Technique, because he would have been able to destroy everything Technique had much, much, much faster than he would have lost his own base. But of course, that means moving further out of position, very risky. Selling the drone platform obviously was risky. The fact that, yeah, Technique saw it at the end there and realized, and he managed to spam out enough of those units and resources. Masterleaf actually ahead, but unfortunately that's going to be the end of that series. So 3 games to 1 in favour of Technique. Technique will go through to the grand final, where he'll have a 1-0 lead against whoever he plays. So the grand final is not double elimination. So if Technique loses, that's it. The tournament is over. So he only goes in with a 1-game advantage here. So let's see if he can take it all the way. I'll try to bring in the grand final, but there's a few games in the loser bracket I want to bring you. But that was a nice game, especially the first couple there were pretty interesting. But yeah, the last couple there, unfortunately, Masterleaf just getting rolled over. So not very good the last 2 games, but nonetheless, I'll bring you that video. Stay tuned to my channel. I've got some more videos coming up for you as soon as possible.